Look at these beautiful layers of poppy seed filling wrapped inside a soft, fluffy yeast dough. Today, we're making a big homemade braided poppy seed bread, and I'm going to show you exactly how I get those swirls and layers. And don't skip the braiding part, because that's where this bread really comes together. Let's start with the dough. Add the yeast and a little sugar out of the total amount. I'm using warm milk. It should feel comfortably warm, not hot. If the liquid is too hot, it can damage the yeast. Add 3 teaspoons from the total amount of flour, then give everything a good mix. I'm gonna let this sit briefly so the yeast has a chance to activate. Now I'll add the remaining flour along with the remaining ingredients and start bringing everything together. The biggest mistake here is adding too much flour. We want this dough soft enough to stay fluffy after baking. While kneading, we'll find out if we need more flour. Add the remaining milk and the activated yeast. Just look at that foam! The yeast has come to life. Add everything to the bowl and knead the dough, first with a spatula, then briefly by hand. You can also use a mixer if you prefer. Here's one of the most important things about this dough. You want it soft and elastic, not stiff. That's what will give us that fluffy texture later. Once the dough comes together, you can start adding the butter. Not all at once, but in batches. The dough may stick to your hands during this process. This is perfectly normal, so do not rush to add more flour. One important point, the butter shouldn't be cold. Take it out of the refrigerator a couple of hours beforehand. Once all the butter has been added, knead for 10 minutes. At first, the dough will look rough and sticky. Don't be tempted to add a lot of extra flour right away. As you knead it, the dough will become smoother and more elastic. Once the dough is smooth, I'll place it into a lightly oiled bowl, cover it, and let it rise until it's doubled in size. For me, this took 1 hour. Now we wait. The exact rising time will depend on the temperature in your kitchen, so don't watch the clock, watch the dough. When it has roughly doubled in size, we're ready for the next step. Look at this! My dough has nearly tripled in size. I really want to touch it with my hands. It's soft, airy, and ready to work with. That's excellent. It means everything is going well. This recipe is for 2 loaves. I'll divide the dough in half. It would be a good idea to grease the molds with oil beforehand. I'm going to gently roll the dough into a large rectangle. Try to keep the thickness as even as possible. Now we can add our poppy seed filling. If you want to make the poppy seed filling yourself, I have a separate video on my channel showing how to make it. Spread it evenly over the surface, leaving a small border around the edges. This is where you want to be generous with the filling, but don't make the layers so thick that the dough becomes difficult to roll. I love it when there's a lot of poppy seed, so I add plenty of filling. Now comes the fun part. Starting from one long side, I'm going to roll the dough into a tight log. Try to keep the roll nice and even as you go, and when you reach the end, pinch the seam closed. But we're not putting this into the oven yet. The next step is what creates those incredible poppy seed layers you see in the finished bread. Now I'm going to cut the roll lengthwise. I'm keeping one end connected so the two sides stay attached. And look at those layers. Now carefully twist the two sides together, keeping the cut sides facing upward as much as possible. Don't worry if it looks a little messy at first. That's actually part of the beauty of this bread. Just cross one side over the other and continue all the way to the end. This is the moment where the simple poppy seed roll turns into something really special. I'll carefully transfer the braid to the baking pan, cover it, and let it rise again. This second rise is important. We want the dough to become noticeably puffy before it goes into the oven. Now we're waiting for that beautiful golden crust and that irresistible smell of freshly baked bread. Look at how much the braid has expanded. We're almost there, but don't cut it immediately when it comes out of the oven. Let me show you what I do next. Look at this beautiful color. We let it cool slightly and remove it from the mold. While it's still warm, I'm giving it a light finishing touch. We'll coat the top with glaze. This will add extra sweetness and make every bite irresistible. This bread is wonderful, slightly warm, but it's also perfect with coffee or tea the next morning. Now comes the part I've been waiting for. Let's cut into it. Look at those layers. The dough is soft and fluffy, and you can see all that beautiful poppy seed filling running through the braid. And this is exactly why I love making homemade yeast bread. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more homemade recipes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next recipe.